So in this video, I'm going to be predicting the future when it comes to SEO in 2025, and I'm also going to revisit this video back in 2026. So I'm going to see how many of the things that I say I end up getting right, or in some cases I might get all of them wrong. But basically the purpose of this video is not just to try and predict the future, but it's also to base it off of the information that we already have as SEOs. What would actually favor Google? What would provide a better search experience for people using Google? And also how to kind of like combat that. Like how can you actually rank higher with the ever rising of AI as well? So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Very quickly, if you guys are interested, I am actually hosting an in-person SEO conference the 27th of June 2025. It's in approximately 160 days. You can get your tickets at themasterminders.com. So let's talk about my first prediction. And we're already kind of seeing this, and this is more so helping brands and people of influence get bigger, right? So for example, if you search up in any language model, it doesn't matter if it's Google Gemini, if it is ChatGPT, whichever one, Claude, right? If these LLM models don't know who you are, you're going to have a very, very tough time in 2025. We already kind of saw it in 2024 as well, with the amount of websites that did get hit that were primarily just ranking based off of only having topical authority and only having links. Now that's kind of going to shift in terms of if you aren't able to actually demonstrate to Google, to ChatGPT, to Claude who you are. Like, it doesn't matter if you're the best brain surgeon in the world. If Google doesn't know who you are, then you're not going to rank. And it's also the case now when it comes to LLMs. So I think that there's going to be a much more prominence in terms of who's actually ranking in these LLMs. Like, for example, if I search up who is Kazra Dash, for example, it's going to come out with a pretty good answer that I've spoken at different conferences. Like, for example, if I was to search, has Kazra spoke at any conferences? If so, can you name them? Obviously, it's just come back saying that Kazra is also known for his contributions to simplifying complex SEO concepts, tools, and helping businesses and marketers, so on and so forth. So it knows who I am. It understands that I have spoke at Search Birmingham in 2023, which I believe that is... I don't think I spoke in 2024 at Search Birmingham. I think it was 2023, which is correct. Affiliate World Dubai, which was around about last year this time. Yeah, February 28th to 29th. That's also correct. World of Search 2024, which is also correct, and SEO Estonia. Now, it's not mentioned all of the actual conferences that I've spoke at, but it's mentioned like probably the last 4 or 5 that I've actually spoke at. So again, going back to what I was saying before, if these LLMs don't know who you are, especially if, say, for example, you are, let's say you're a fitness coach, right? If these guys don't know who you are, if these LLMs don't know who you are, then my thought process is Google also won't trust your website as much. You almost need like a trustworthy offer attached to the website. So, for example, if we were to search up like who is Matt Diggity, right? Again, it's going to know who Diggity is. It's going to know all of the actual brands that Matt is actually attached to. So, like, for example, Diggity Marketing, the Affiliate Lab, Authority Builders, Chiang Mai SEO Conference, Lead Spring, so on and so forth. We could even go one step further and say something along the lines of which conferences has Matt spoke at. Now, I know that he's not spoke at any recently, But I want to say the last one they might have spoke at was a couple years ago. So Affiliate World, yes, he has spoke at that. Chiang Mai, obviously, he spoke at that. World of Search, I am not certain about that one. Let's just take a look. Yeah, right, perfect. So again, if, say for example, you've got business owners, or if you've got, maybe you're doing client work for a business, right? If Google doesn't understand the key people in that business, then again, you're going to have a tough time. So that is prediction number one. We're already kind of seeing this. So it's kind of like it's kind of already happening, but I feel like it's going to go in people that actually have good trustworthiness. So yeah, that's prediction number one. Prediction number two, and again, I am currently in the process of actually doing a case study for this, but there are going to be a lot more zero value and negative value links. And what I mean by that is, with all of the updates that happened in 2024, with all of the websites that went from 100,000 hits a month to 10,000 hits a month, or 50,000 hits a month down to 0 hits a month, right? If you had a link from any of those websites pointing through to your website now has lost more actual link equity going through to it, link power, whatever you want to call it. So again, that is also another prediction. So there's going to be a lot more links that are deemed as zero value. There's going to be a lot more links that don't pass any power. There's going to be a lot more links that actually have a negative impact through to your website, and we're already seeing this with the actual case study. Once the case study goes live, I will be doing a video on that. I predict it's going to probably be about another 2 or 3 more weeks, because we've got a lot of data points. But very early prediction, there's going to be a lot more zero valued links. I do feel like that there are a lot of link farms that people just look at the DR and they're like, oh, brilliant, I will happily buy that link for $150, $500, or whatever the case is. People need to understand, when you are doing link building, it's not just getting another link. It's not just a numbers game. It also has to be a qualitative link as well. Like, for example, I have literally just loaded up my email and I've just searched guest post. And this was like one of probably 350 emails that I've actually had within like maybe the past 5 or 6 months. And as you can see, these are all literally just guest post farms. There's nothing really of them or about them. So, for example, if you were to start loading up all of these websites into like if you were to actually do like an eyeball test on them, you'll very quickly realize that these websites, although they might be seriously high DR, they might be like DR 50 sites and stuff, and we will look through a couple of them. They're not actually going to pass any power. It's literally just you're getting a link for the sake of you getting a link. Like you might have been told that you need 60 backlinks because your competitors have that. You're not actually doing any due diligence on these links. So again, if we take a look at this, for example, this is a DR 40 link, and as you can see, it's shot up in traffic in July and it's went completely back down. And I'm certain if I was to just go through a few of these websites, it'll probably be the exact same thing. Very similar theme. You can just clearly tell that they were set up to be guest post farms. They don't really pass much power. They're all around the DR 40 to 50 range. They're just not going to benefit your website by any means. Like, even if we were to take a look at some of the higher up DR ones, so this is meant to be a DR 55 or a DA 55. Again, I believe these might not even be guest posts. They might just be PBNs, for example. So again, in terms of in 2025, we're going to see a lot more of these websites actually not pass much power, but actually have a detrimental effect when it comes to your link building campaign, which is really sad to see, because a lot of people would end up getting a list like this sent through to their email, and they might actually pay like 4 or 5 or for 4 or 5 different links. And again, some of these are like pretty cheap as well, like $95. But again, you're paying $95 for literally nothing. And again, another thing to bear in mind as well, when it comes to like these websites, they do, or the owners of these websites, they do have a tendency of inflating the actual DR. So just bear that in mind. Don't just look at DR. Look at a variety of different things. Look at the amount of keywords that it's ranking for. Look at the type of keywords that it's ranking for. And you will be in a much safer hands when you're doing a lot more due diligence. Again, if you guys need link building, and if you don't know where to start, just check out searchery.com. And they will actually do all of the links for you and stuff like that. So that's another way that you can do it, unless you already know how to do link building. So that's prediction number 2. Prediction number 3, and I think that this is currently a little bit of an issue, is the AI overview will get better. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, if we were to search like how to clean a Persian rug, let's see if there's an AI overview for this, right? So in some cases, the AI overview just spits out stuff that's just not actually accurate. So for example, now it's fairly accurate for this. Do not use carpet cleaning products. Let it dry completely. Remove all detergent. Avoid scrubbing. Now, to be fair, this is actually not a bad one, but I have seen the AI overview within Google, and it's not the best, to say the least. So I think that first of all, they're going to definitely improve this. Second of all, they are going to potentially add in ads. Like, for example, on this, I know that it's saying do not use carpet cleaning products, but if it did say that, it's a perfect opportunity for Google to actually link to a top 10 carpet cleaning products for your Persian rug article, right? And then that's essentially feeding people through lower down in the actual funnel. Again, if, say, for example, you're a local business and they obviously know where I stay, they could easily place 2 or 3 different companies here that are already paying for PPC. So again, right now, they aren't, from Google's point of view, they're not actually making the much money from the AI overview. It's probably costing them more money to actually showcase this. But as soon as they will some way, shape or form include ads in this, because it just makes sense from a business point of view. They're going to include ads in the AI overview. So that is prediction number 3. Prediction number 4, and this is a little bit of a tough one. I've actually been thinking about this for probably like the past 12 hours. And that is Reddit going to get penalized? A lot of people are obviously, they are getting outranked for a variety of different keywords. Like, for example, like travel Spain. I think I searched the other day and I saw Reddit ranking for it. Let's see, discussion and forums. So it's not Reddit, but TripAdvisor and stuff like that. My issue with Reddit right now is very easy for somebody new to load up a brand new Reddit account, make a post in a subreddit, go and buy some upvotes and get that ranking. I think at some point, and it might have already happened, somebody's going to read bad advice and something terrible might happen. I hope this isn't the case, but this is just a prediction. But it's very easy, for example, for me right now to create a brand new Reddit account. All you need is an email. Go on to fitness subreddits and start giving out advice and going and buying upvotes for my actual comments. it's very, very easy to do that, and it's very easy to manipulate that. So again, it might not be in terms of something that Google might do, but Reddit might come out and say, well, actually, we're going to yield more weight to people that actually provide their ID. So they might have a verified Reddit account by the end of the year. Because I do feel like with more and more of how Reddit is actually like going, from a trajectory point of view, it's just ranking for more keywords. SEOs and black hat SEOs are going to take more advantage of that, and there just has to be a way of finding quality. Like, I'm not saying that every single Reddit account's like that. There's tons of decent Reddit quality accounts and conversations happening on the platform. But my issue is right now, and it's sad to say this, but SEOs do like to take advantage, especially the more black hat and grey hat guys. So in that case, I do feel like that there is going to be some form of ID process put in place. I feel every other platform has it. Like, you've got Facebook verified, you've got Instagram verified, you've got X verified, you can get LinkedIn Premium. There has to be some form of ID check put in place, I feel like, because otherwise it's just going to get flooded. Like, you can already kind of tell with the rise of faceless video channels, with AI videos, with AI answers. So there has to be a way of actually differentiating a true actual Reddit account where it is getting a lot more eyeballs on it, as opposed to just something that you've automated with an AI agent. And my fifth prediction for 2025, and this is going to be a little bit of a weird one, but I think that Google will end up removing the I'm feeling lucky, and they're going to end up replacing it with a AI search. And the reason for that is, in some cases, like, I've also started doing it myself, but in some cases I end up searching something on ChatGPT because I don't want to click through 10 different results to get my actual answer. So for example, if I want to search something along the lines of how long does it take to get a Australian visa, for example, right? Now, in a lot of cases, the AI overview is actually doing its thing and it's popping up, but in some cases it doesn't all the time. And I think that just by having the AI overview search button as opposed to the I'm feeling lucky button, I think that you can get your answer a lot quicker. Like, for example, if I was to search like which conferences has Matt Diggity spoke at, it'll be interesting to see if it actually comes up. So it's come up with like less, but if I actually wanted to get my answer, I would need to click through, okay, right, well, he spoke at Affiliate World, he has also mentioned Chiang Mai SEO, and then you would need to click through all of these different results, like affiliate, which one was that? I think he spoke at WPX. Actually, that's like a hosting company. So very quickly, you can see that it's actually a little bit more time consuming to click through all of these different results and get your answer. Especially if the AI overview isn't the best at the minute. But in some cases, you don't even get the AI overview. You just don't get it at all. So I feel like that if they were to actually include that there, it can definitely work. And then again, kind of going back to what I was saying before, is if they are able to get ads into the AI overview working, like for example, maybe GMB ads into the AI overview, local business ads, getting people to actually click through to certain products, let's say like for example, Google Shopping, right? If I was to search like carpet cleaning products, what people don't understand as well, that you've got actual Google Shopping as well, that website or e-commerce stores actually pay to be actually listed. So again, if they've just got an AI or search with AI or whatever they end up calling it, they can actually get more ads being placed in. And again, it's kind of sad to say that, because obviously with SEOs, we kind of feel like Google just doesn't like us. But again, from a monetization point of view, I feel like it just makes sense. So that has been my 5 SEO predictions for 2025. I'd like to know what you guys are thinking. What do you guys will think will happen in terms of niche websites, affiliate websites, e-commerce stores, AI? Do you think that Google Gemini will be the best like LLM by the end of the year? I think that it might be. But yeah, that's been my SEO predictions for 2025. If you guys do have any questions, or if you guys want to contribute, feel free to drop down below what you think will happen. And if you guys do want a growth strategy call for your website, make sure to check out casualdash.com, fill in the contact form, and I will be in touch with you. Thanks for watching.